Hello students, in self-development and art appreciation, we will continue with the concluding part of chapter 1, My Identity. Let us first recapitulate the activities we have learnt previously in this chapter. In activity 1, you were able to write the meaning of your name. You are aware that an individual changes his or her name only if there is a positive or valid reason. You must remember that it is not your name but your personal traits that define you. In activity 2, you were able to draw and describe a self-portrait of yourself that defines you the best. In activity 3, you are now able to write some life-changing experiences that helped to shape your personality. In activity 4, you were told to write about the persons in your life such as your parents, teachers, siblings, relatives, friends, or political or religious figures or celebrities that inspired you and have become your role model. In activity 5, you were able to describe your achievements that made you feel proud of yourself, like helping the poor, needy, an elderly person, or your grandparents or parents. There may be other proud moments in your life, like winning an elocution competition, a sports event, or a dance competition, and many more. In activity 6, you learned that emotions and feelings play a very important role in deciding how you behave in different situations, which makes you unique. You were able to write the reactions to the various situations that were given to you. You were also able to identify, with the help of the pictures given to you, about the type of emotions one experiences in life. By identifying which thoughts cause an extreme emotional response in us, we are able to manage and take control of our emotions and extreme actions caused by them more effectively. In activity 7, you learnt about the multiple roles that you play in your life as a student, brother or sister, and so on. It is important for you to be aware of all your roles and responsibilities. Stereotypes is a mistaken idea or belief which need not be true, although it is pre-existing in society. Finally, you were able to write about the roles of an individual and the expectations of each role from the examples given in the chart. Let's perform some fun activities. Can you find two exactly similar natural things like flowers, leaves, stones, sticks, etc. in a playground? They should not have the minutest difference in them. It is not possible to find two exactly similar natural things, as they are unique and may be different in some aspect, or they may have different characteristics. Do you think this also applies to human beings? Yes, human beings are also unique and they have different strengths. Pros and cons. Name any place, animal, flower, fruit, etc. and say one good thing and one limitation about it. For example, the rose flower has a good fragrance, but it also has thorns. Or an ice cream tastes very good, but it melts quickly. This also applies to human beings because human beings also have their strengths and weaknesses. Let's try these activities. Try to write with a pen without using your index and middle finger. You can hold the pen using any of the remaining fingers. In the next activity, take a small piece of rope or tape and tie your thumb to the rest of the fingers. Now try to pick up small articles from the ground or climb a tree or hold a heavy chair. Was it difficult to do both the tasks, and why? What did you learn about the importance of different fingers? We need all 5 fingers to fully utilize the potential of our hands. In the next activity, the pictures of some famous personalities are given below. Collect information about them. Which are the qualities in them that you like? You can also discuss the qualities you like in any other person you know. Points to ponder. Every human being is unique and has different strengths. Just like we need all the 5 fingers to be able to fully utilize the potential of our hands, we need to recognize and develop the uniqueness in each person to be able to make progress and live happily as a society. Read and understand. Everybody has some unique combinations of physical features, qualities, traits, beliefs, behavioral patterns, and feelings. These together form the self-identity of the person. My unique identity. Think about yourself, your physical features, qualities, traits, beliefs, feelings, behavioral patterns, etc., and write a poem about yourself in the format given below. Feel free to write what you feel without worrying about rhyming words. Write your name, your parents' name, your brother's and or sister's name, 3 things each of what you like, what you don't like, and what you hate, 2 physical features or behavioral traits that you have, 3 things that you want to have, 1 thing that you are scared of, that you dream of, that you are determined to and proud of. Points to ponder. Every human being is a mixed bag with some strengths and some areas of development. It is important to identify your strengths and areas of development. While it is necessary to work on your areas of development, it is even more important to work on developing your strengths. It is also important to identify opportunities and challenges which are also unique to each individual. Activity 8. Self-report. A self-report is a report you make to evaluate yourself, identifying strengths, areas of development, opportunities and challenges. Help us improve upon them and make decisions based on them. Given below is an example of the self-report. Carefully observe it. Finally, make a self-report of your own strengths, areas of development, challenges and opportunities in your notebook.